Hi, I'm Debbie Hartner.
I'm Elsie Johnson.
And we are two sisters, Southern Cooking.
Mixed berry upside down cake, very similar to what you would do with a pineapple upside down cake.
Yes.
But we're going to do most of this in the kitchen on the stove, and then it's going to go in the oven. But we're going to take the cast iron, we're going to get some butter in it on the stove, and then we're going to put our mixed berries in, and then we're going to actually cook them down a minute before we start making the cake mixture and pour that over and put it in the oven to bake it.
So what we'll do is we'll put the sugar in with it, and then we'll get our glaze on the bottom. Then we'll bring the cake mixture back in here, and we will mix that up and then pour it on top of it and put it in the oven.
Right. So
Okay, y'all, so we're going to go ahead and melt our 2 tablespoons of butter. And this is going to be the pan we're actually going to be baking in. So we're going to try not to make too much of a mess inside of the pan because we have to put the cake batter on top of it. So Elsie's going to melt the butter, and then she's going to add in the berries and then the sugar. And we're going to let it cook for a total of about 5 minutes until it's nice and broken down and hot, and it'll be ready to go then. Okay, so our butter is melted. And we're going to go ahead and put in our berries. So we drain these because they are frozen berries.
And you always have liquid.
You always have extra liquid. Yeah, because you're going to have a lot of liquid. This is raspberries, strawberries, blueberries, and blackberries.
Okay.
And we're going to
that's our brown sugar and our sugar.
Pour that over top. We're going to cook this about 5 minutes until it's nice and bubbly. It's going to be so good. We were going to do just a solid strawberry one, and then we were going to do a solid blueberry one, and I decided, why don't we just put all the berries together and just make a mixed berry.
And frozen berries are really good for this because they're going to break down, and frozen berries are
right.
It doesn't matter if they're not fresh. I mean, they're fresh when they're frozen. So
I think to a certain degree they have to do something to them in order to make them. I don't know if they steam them or what exactly they do with them, but somehow
I know that they're frozen at their freshness, at the peak of their freshness. So
we're going to make sure that the strawberries are at separate ends so they're not all grouped together.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Yeah, so we need to let this come to a boil and cook down a little bit.
Okay, we'll be right back. Okay, y'all, so you see now we're starting to get a bubble on this, so we're just going to let this cook for about 5 minutes so it'll be nice and tender, and we won't have to do anything with it until we get ready to pour our cake batter over. So we will see you guys in the prep room in just a couple minutes, and we'll get everything together.
Hey, y'all, we are doing the cake portion of our upside down cake. So
that is delicious.
Those berries are really, really good.
Magnificent.
So, all right. So
while Elsie is doing that, I'm going to go ahead and whisk together our flour, salt, and baking powder. So
I'm just going to cream this butter a little bit, and then I'm going to add in the sugar.
This is a very thick batter, but you need something to be able to soak up all those juices. plus it has 2 teaspoons of baking powder in it, so it's going to rise. So just be prepared. It looks deceiving, but it will get bigger and rise. See if I can smooth this out a little bit here too, to make it a little more even towards the edges. This will bake for 350 for about 35-40 minutes. We're going to bake it for about 30 because Elsie's oven has a hot spot in it and we just want to make sure that it turns out the way it should. Alright guys, we will show you what it looks like when it comes out of the oven. We will see you in our next video. Have a blessed day guys. So we're going to go ahead and detach the edges of our berry upside down cake. And just to detach it, we're going to take a knife around just to make sure that nothing sticks behind. And we're going to be, Elsie, if you hold this like this, we'll center it, then we'll flip it over. All right, you ready? 1, 2, 3. All right. We'll let everything sink down before we take it off, because we're giving it an opportunity to let loose and let go. So just give it a moment. I can't wait to try this. Oh, it's going to be good, y'all. So good.
You can see it starting to release.
All right, I'm going to lift it up.
Oh yeah.
That's so pretty. I think I'm going to get a little spatula and get the rust off the bottom here.
Yeah.
Just put it on top here.
Yeah.
And we're going to let it cool down and let it just congeal and everything. I'm going to try a little bit. See you guys shortly.
And I'm Debbie.
We're two sisters Southern cooking.
And we thank you for visiting our page. Please like, share, and subscribe.